guys, how are you? It is currently Wednesday for you, and actually it's also Wednesday for me. And I thought this week I would make a little bit of progress on my living room because there's just a couple things that need to get done for it to really, I think, fully come together. Actually, let me show you. Also, I'm just enjoying my cup of red rose tea, my favorite type of tea. It's so delicious. It's an orange pico, and I don't like any other brand. Red rose all the way. So, I know I need to do something here. I was initially thinking of putting art on either side of the door, but now I'm thinking maybe I should add curtains and really just frame in the view that you have right when you look out, which is trees. I mean, you can't see. Let's see if I boop, 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 focus, focus. Do you kind of see that? There's like a tree view there, which is really nice. Now focus back on me. Hello. I need to figure out something for that wall. And then the other thing I need to do, obviously, which I think is what I'm gonna do this week, over here, this wall behind the two chairs, I plan to do a wood panel wall, which I think is gonna look really, really nice. I did go ahead and pick up wood in the last video, as you saw. And so now I think it's just about staining it, waiting for it to dry, and putting it up. Let's go. Okay, so here is the plan for my wood slat wall. I have all the pieces of wood right here behind me laid out. I think I actually bought a few too many because I was initially anticipating the spacing between the pieces of wood to be smaller, but I think it should be a little bit more, but that's okay. It's always better to have a little bit more than a little bit too little. So I'm going to go ahead and stain the pieces of wood. I picked up Varathane Early American, which is a color that I like quite a lot. And the goal here is to achieve a wood color that kind of matches the color of the faux wood beams that I have in the bedroom. I mentioned this before, but one of the things I'm trying to do in this apartment is kind of carry some of the tones throughout the apartment to create a more cohesive space overall. I felt like in my last apartment, I had just started to do that. And it's kind of one of the ways that you can make your space feel like it all goes together. Like each room, they can be individually different, but then they have certain things that kind of repeat, certain tones that repeat, and I think it just has a really nice effect. So that's the goal here. And I'm out of breath for some reason. It's really warm in this room. So I might open the window. Hot, hot, hot. This is going to take longer than I anticipated. Okay, so, very tight on my face. I need to take a break because my shoulder is killing me. Unexpected for that to happen, but for me, very expected because it's like a lot of repeated movements. But I'm just going to take a break, and then hopefully when I can come back, my husband can help me a little bit to make it go a little bit faster, because I just did 10 by myself and it just took a little bit. It just takes a little bit longer than expected, I think.
I have a helper. Woohoo!
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart won't show, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all.
Okay, so we are actually running extremely low on stain, like literally nothing is dripping out of here, and we're just trying to make do to finish the last piece of wood. Like, fingers crossed we'll just scrape by.
Oh no.
But yeah, this is why I usually like to have an extra can of stain, just because I find it so hard to really tell how much I need. And then if you go over, you can always return the extra can, but in this case, really running low. So we'll see. So close. There's literally nothing left in here at all, not like a single drip. That goes for other side, but it's done. Congratulations! And good news for us, we did manage to finish all of the staining with the limited amount of stain that we had left. So hallelujah, I am so pleased with this. Time to get out of this room and let all of the stain dry.
Put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on. Put me together, take me back where I belong.
Ooh, it's so pretty out here. So lovely. Good morning. It is now several days later. Actually, I should say good afternoon. It's 1:48. But it has been several days, and I've just kind of left the wood pieces in that room night after night to air out and to off gas from the stain. That's essentially what I'm doing when I'm trying to leave it like for quite a long time without being in my actual living space, because the off-gassing is toxic, essentially. So if you can smell it, it's probably not done, and that means that VOCs are going into the air, and that's toxic for your health. So I've kind of left that there for as long as I can. The window has been open, and it's been airing out day after day. I don't think I can wait any longer. So let's go ahead and let's check to see how bad the smell is. Fingers crossed it's either gone or not that bad. Must close the windows. It is extremely cold in here. I am like shivering. It is so cold, but that's okay. Right now, what I'm gonna do is, I guess I also, let me just show you what the coloring is looking like. A little bit variable. That's probably because I didn't use like a wood conditioner, and also it's pine, and pine tends to do this. So I guess I'm going to just start taking these out to the living room because it's cold in here, so I don't want to continue working in here. So I'm just gonna take them out, and then we'll move to the next steps. So strong. Whoop. Let's go. Oh, also, I didn't stain the bottom side, in case you're just noticing that now. Only the sides and the top, not the bottom. So I now have all of the boards behind me, and I pulled out my little stash of command strips, which is like a jumbo pack that I got from Costco this time, except I've had this for months, just in case I ever need to hang something impromptu, you know? I just did some simple mathematics and realized I do not have enough command strips, but I don't think I'm gonna let that stop me. And also, my mom is not home and I can't go to the store to get any additional command strips. So we're just gonna proceed and put on what I can for right now and then see how far it goes, you know? Maybe I should ask my mom. Hangs up to 15 frames. Let's do this. This is a time-consuming process when you have to do it like 40 times, you know? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 8, 29, 30. I have 30. That means I can do 15 right now. Oh, also, I just wanted to update you. I brought the boards out here and I can't smell the stain pretty much at all. So we're good. Okay, so I think I'll just do what I can right now and then I'll get more tonight. I don't know. Oh, also, let's all please observe this dying greenery pot that I need to change. And I actually have the greenery to change it, but I've gotten so lazy and now they're turning yellow because they're also in the sun. So just wanted to highlight it and now we'll ignore it. .3M command strips can sponsor me at any time. You know, if they want to send me free command strips, that'd be nice too. Spent a small fortune on them. Don't regret it.
I saw you down the motorway. There was something about you that day. I can still hear the shame.
Yeah.
I want someone to love me.
The hill is near, let's get right up. Walk up to the very top. We couldn't tell the sky from the ground. I know my life will never be so same.
I'm putting all the command strips in a row, just lightly placing them down for now. And then, well, you'll have to see what I'll do next. But this is what I call smarter working than I was doing before, going side to side.
Oh, you're my best friend.
And now, to make them all stick down, because you're supposed to press these down for like a minute. So, ouch. So now what I'm gonna do is
It's getting cold. All that glitter is not gold, and you are something I don't wanna miss. The way you looked at me before makes me want you even more. If you want to, I'm up for a kiss. I know it's tough. Don't let anybody tell you you're not enough. There are days when we all feel like we're messed up, but we know that we're all diamonds in the rough. Despite all we are all we got.
beauty.
I know my life will never be the same after that day.
So one thing I didn't actually mention about this wall is that it has a phone jack here. I actually have a landline and I love it, so don't come for me, okay? There's no way to avoid it altogether. So I'm hoping that the piece of wood will somehow be able to sit on top of this, which I'm now looking at it, I don't know that it will be able to, but that was my hope. And then that I wouldn't have to cut it, but if it does overlap, then I will have to cut it. So far, this has still worked pretty well. It feels super secure. So one panel up and ready to go. So good morning. It is now the next day, and clearly as far as I got was putting up one beam, and then I got stuck. And my husband and I just spent the last like 30 minutes trying to figure out different items that we could use to space the gaps between the pieces of wood, and I think we landed on using his phone. I also picked up some extra command strips. I'm gonna put these on and then we're gonna put them on. Should be good. Also, it's a beautiful sunny day out, so I can't complain. Spacer?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm so uncoordinated today. Okay. First. Oh no. The bottom is stuck. The bottom is stuck. Good? Mm-hmm. That was stressful. Cool.
Alright, next one.
So. Oh my god. I just entered 50 million character password attempts.
No.
We'll have to stain this one later because I guess this end was stained, but this end wasn't. Womp womp.
You're my sweetheart. I will stay just to feel your heart pumping next to my heart.
Monkey. The full view is even funnier.
Alright, next.
You got me out of this feverish dream. You are holding my hand. I have no clue, don't know what it means, but I know you understand.
You guys, I don't know what to say other than I love it. Literally, I love it so much. I think that it just matches so well with the vibes of the wood beams in my bedroom. And I just feel like it ties the place together so much more. Obviously, I still have some work to do because I need something, I think, to go in the center of the wall. I also need some new cushions here. I might build a bench or some sort of console right behind the chairs, but I absolutely love it. I think it's stunning. This is where I sit and do my work usually, and I have my little stool next to me, and I do this, or I do this. Fun fact. Oh, and in case you were wondering, you cannot see the command strips from the side. I was worried you'd be able to see them. Can't see them on any of them, including the last one, which has the edge facing, well, facing us. Okay, bye.